I'll let you know. I get a notification. Okay, we're live.
Yeah.
Oh, snap. Look at this guy. Oh, I love his hair.
All right, we are live again.
Yeah.
Turn him around.
What's he wearing? It's like a...
They're not Crocs, they're Gators.
Hey, I like...
Hey, do not speak the unspoken word.
Lucio.
Yeah, those are the anchor shorts.
Oh.
Yeah.
All I can say is he's clearly single if he's wearing them on his feet.
Oh, really? One sec. John, actually, we might not be... Just let's listen for the audio. I don't know if it was picking up John. Can you guys hear him? Just checking with the quick sound test. It is a little more like shrilly, but like this is the first time that we've actually used. Okay,
That's
good.
most likely fixed now. Yeah, I hope so. So let's just wait a minute before I go into a big blurb here.
Yeah. So as he mentioned, it was gaiters he's wearing for the footwear.
Yes, those are gaiters. Those are not another sort of reptile-related footwear.
Or foam clogs.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right.
Little ceiling fan up there, keeping them cool. All right, so are people able to hear me okay?
Yeah, tell them about that television in the back.
That's amazing.
There's a television in the back right there. You can't really see it because of UI, and it's a TV. So Lee here made that TV. It's actually really nice because the TVs you're going to be able to place in your house and play all kinds of media on them. So
yeah. At one point earlier, while we were working on this, the TV actually showed Twitch streams.
Twitch streams, yes.
While you were creating a character.
The tech is still there for us to turn that on, but we can't do that until we have some licensing stuff. So, but that will be most likely a feature in the future, meaning you can watch Twitch in your houses or wherever you want to place down a TV. Our system also works with pretty much every major streaming service works on our TV system.
Oh, your voice is really low, John, by the way.
It's low and a bit shrilly. It's still audible, but I'm not too sure how to configure that for shadow play.
Let me just see if
you guys have any tips.
We need to have a word with the guy that done the UI as well. I mean, we can't be having that TV sitting behind the UI.
All right, let me know if you can hear me a little bit better now. I just bumped up the boost in the stream, so...
Cool. Test 1 2 3. But yeah, this loading area for the character creation is pretty cool. You can even see like Philippe's drywall texture on the left. I like this default room.
Let's take it out a bit here.
Yeah, you sound better now.
Okay, great. So anyway, this is the first screen that you see when you start up the game, and this will be just where you choose one of your 3 characters or create a new character if you have the slot available, and you can always just delete them pretty easily too. And yeah, so from here, this is just one of my guys already has, so we'll go through the process of making a new character just so you can see the customization and whatnot.
Cool.
So here we go. So the first thing that you see is you get the gender selection and then the head selection. So the head is a little bit misleading, but it is actually changing the whole head, not just the face. You see when I go to the next option, notice that it's not just his face. Look at the shape. I assume you can see my mouse cursor. Maybe not, but anyway. Okay, good. So you can see the shape of his head. Notice how his head's kind of thin. This one here is a little bit wider. So it changes even the body definition. Look at the muscle tones on the collarbone area, the chest. You'll see these options can change quite a bit. And then these are sort of like just the predefined ones. We have Asian male here and an African male. And we have, we'll be making several more too. On the female side of things, you'll see we have multiple Asian ones already. And then you come down to complexion, and that just controls how dark your skin is, basically how pale you are. And blemishes are freckles and will be scars. So you can control like the level right there. And eventually we'll be adding scars, but they're not in just yet. So the females are a little different. They actually get one extra option that the men don't. I'll just show you these ones first. So this woman's looking a little less healthy. Might have used a drug or two in her time.
Oh my.
And then we have the African female and one of the Asian females and a second one that's slightly different, a little bit of a different jawline. And
Cool.
Yeah.
And just about the whole gender thing in the chat, Liam actually has more options on the new website, so you can expect to see that. The reason why we just have two here is that it's just two different body types to build off of. We've chosen to have these specific kind of body types so we can add more clothing, more things on top of them rather than having like morphed bodies and things like that. Just a design decision.
yeah, so I'll just, for now, I'll pick that, I guess. There's a little bit of light freckling. Step through a couple of these. So when you go into hairstyle, then you can choose your haircut, eyebrows, colors, all that sort of thing. But what's cool is we also have these makeup things. So I'll just choose
Oh, I like
one
the
of hair.
freckles.
Yeah, go with that. Maybe make it orange. And the eye color, our eye art is amazing. Look at these blue ones. I mean, you can see the reflection looks perfectly realistic. There's actually accurate refraction going on. You also notice, you'll see maybe in this stream, but definitely when you get in the game, there's different effects. Like we have tons of control in our character graphics, more than you've probably ever seen in any other game. What will happen is using different substances will actually have an impact on your character, meaning like those eyes, for example, using marijuana will make them a little bit redder, and you'll actually get some veins popping out. Heroin will make your pupils larger. So there's all sorts of things we can do with that, which is really cool. And you'll see
Nice.
that in Town Square too. It's already in and working. Yeah, see, the eyes look incredible. I'll go to a blue, I guess, for now. And these makeup options, let me just say before I get into this, these makeup options are programmer art. These are placeholders. These are not the ones that you will have, because we are a bunch of men sitting in an office making a game, and we're probably not the best suited for making makeup. So
Yeah, we
on
could
that
use some
note-
advice.
Anyway, these are just we're just testing some methods here. Given the way that our makeup system works, we'll probably on Town Square release have like 30 or 40 options here in this slider. There'll be quite a few we can do. We have really full control over it. And the same goes for the lips. We can do all kinds of things. So we can, just put a little border around it, lighter, or go darker all the way through. And so anyway, I'm going to make my character, I'm going to make him male though, but I just want to show you guys the makeup system. And let's go back to male. And I'll use this one. I like this guy here. I like the tone on the body. And let's leave that how it is. The hair, let's see. We have a cool mohawk on him. Notice how the light shines right through the hair too. It's very cool.
Hey.
Yeah. And Rasta guy, go a little darker. And you'll even notice too that when I change the color of the hair, his eyebrows change color, everything. So everything will always match.
Cool.
Yeah. It's an undercut. I'll use that one. So you can kind of actually see right through the hair. So it's not like chunky looking. The light actually passes right through it. I'll go with some gray eyes. Now this is a really cool tab. This is where you get the customization. A lot of games have done this in the past. This is something you're going to be really familiar with. Not many MMOs go to this level in number of options you can configure. Usually that's for single player games that are offline. But anyway, it's your standard stuff. You can go through here, control your brow height, protrusion being how far your brow sticks out. So let's go somewhere there. Eye width is sort of like just basically eye size. So you can make your eyes bigger or smaller.
Huh.
Tilting. Nose bridge being from the side. Yeah, make that stick out a bit. Protrusion. That's just how far it sticks off your face. Nose length adjustments. Nose tip. So, sort of what you would expect. I think this guy would actually look better with probably some more full lips since he has that open gap. Yeah, it looks better. And anyway, chin protrusion, so you can control how much your chin sticks out. Your jaw width, make them look a little bit stronger. And so on, so on. So these are the sliders that you have right now in the town square for customizing your face. And once you have everything where you like it, we go to clothing. Now
Cool.
these bits of clothing, we have tons of clothing. Like, oh, how many did you say, Mark? I think even just in t-shirts, it was like 300 or something insane like that, right?
Yeah, so somewhere around 300 so far, but I'm
Just
not even
t-shirts?
not even yeah, just t-shirts. I think that's in t-shirts only.
Gee.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're adding tons of this. So these are just what we have selected right now for being available in character creation. This is
No
the
wonder it
cigarette
took so
brand,
long
right?
to build 300 t-shirts.
Yeah. So that's I think that's the brand Mark did right there, his cigarette brand, the
Yep.
American Tobacco Company. Yeah. Nice tropical shirt, very bright. Yeah, see how the light moves on the buttons too. Looks very
Nice.
good. And was there another one there? Oh, yeah, the baseball jersey. I'm gonna go with this one. Nice and bright, pretty in your face. And yeah, so boxing gloves. So these won't be part of character creation on release. We're just like sticking stuff in there, but they're pretty cool. You will
They are
actually
nice.
build a box with people. Like what boxing gloves will do is allow you to spar with each other, so you can do some kind of melee combat, but they don't actually hurt the other guy. So it's they actually have a bit of function too.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about killing your friends and punching each other.
Right. And those are just shooting gloves. I think those are the only two that we have actually active right now in character creation. And we get down to shorts. So these are the ones that you saw before.
Yeah, we gotta get
Oh.
this guy some pants.
Anyway, let's take those gloves off. Yeah, so some cargo pants, cargo shorts. I like those. Some track pants.
You'll have a limited selection of clothing to wear in the character creation, but once you're in game and you actually visit the clothing store, you'll have other options too.
Right. The clothing store will have hundreds of options. So this is just what you create your character with initially. Some socks.
Nice.
Yeah, these are the goth boots. They have a really cool trench coat that goes with them and a sweater too. It's a pretty cool set, really. Go with work boots.
I think your microphone's open, Mark. Just so you know.
And then so when you get to name your character here, you can give a first and a last name. The last name's optional though, but there's actually a little bit of functionality around there too. Mostly,
Oh,
yeah. There's the role playing aspect of it. You know, if you want to.
what are we gonna name the first person, the first character?
I am not creative when it comes to names, so don't expect it.
So
There we go.
notice that you
How's
guys
that?
you can just have a first name if you want.
Yes,
We
yes.
don't force you to have a first name and a last name.
A last name can be cool though because you can show friendship or you know a relationship with somebody else. You can share last names; they're not unique, but your first name is actually unique
Cool.
on your specific server. Right? There can be many different servers. So, and just like that, we have our guy looking all fancy.
Huh.
And I believe the server's up, so we'll hit play.
Oh, I like that loading screen. Just caught that real quick. That's a little animation.
Actually, I'm not sure the server is up. I might have to
Oh,
put that
town
up.
square. Yeah, I am behind on the stream. Sorry, but yep, there's the town square logo that Mark did. Looking fly.
Yeah, we have to sit here for about 2 minutes looking at our character, and then this I got the server booting up right now. It'll be up in
I forgot to launch the server. It'll
all good.
Well,
It'll
the
be
problem
up.
is because we just did a custom build, so when we do that, it shuts things down. So normally, our server every night at 10 p.m. we have the system where our development build automatically recreates everything from the work that we did that day and puts it up, so we can all check it out. And that's what I'm playing on right now. So this isn't the public build. This is our actual development build that updates every night. So it's more prone to bugs because, you know, it's just wherever the code was at that point, it goes up. And anyway, so this news tab up here, this is where we'll be showing you basically any kind of update notes or something. So if you get into the game and you notice there's a patch or servers are down for any reason or something like that, you always have that there to check out.
Oh, neat.
Yeah, it's just a way for us to get in contact with people.
Excellent.
I just
Will I be
wanna-
writing some of these?
Probably.
Probably.
Yeah, you most
Awesome.
likely will. So
Yeah,
we
I
should
just
be
want to
in
thank
pretty
like
quick.
all the people that waited here. There's like over 1,000 people right now.
I am surprised at how many viewers we have. Like, that is incredible.
Like
Thanks.
their patience and dedication is
Yeah.
amazing.
Thanks for coming at it, everyone. Oh, this elusive environment, like, we finally get to show it off. We finally get to see it.
Yeah, so
Whoa.
you'll see here.
Oh, snap.
Okay, you're shirtless.
Yeah, it's in my inventory. So this is the hotel, and this is where everyone starts.
Oh, snap.
Yep. You'll see behind you, those elevators are what lead up to the player housing. So everyone's going to start with a little apartment to try out, and from there you can test out with all the furniture system, the things that we've shown in the stream just prior to this. You'll notice that clock's actually ticking too. That's actually showing the real server time. There's clocks all over the world.
Sick.
And we've done a lot to try and make the world very interactive too. So like most objects you see have function to them. Like for example, that. You can actually hear that fan going, it's spinning now. And I'll just show you around a little bit. It's a hotel
Sick.
lobby.
What music's playing right now?
That's just some kind of hotel lobby jazzy kind of music. This is actually where the karaoke takes place. So this is the karaoke bar, and all these TVs, when you play music, I can't put music on right now because while the game's licensed for the songs that are in Identity for singing, they're actual real songs. I mean, we've got songs from major people,
Yeah.
Disney.
The
even.
VOD would probably get muted, and
Yes.
you guys are probably going to want to look back on this so we can
Exactly.
archive it, things like that.
So that's the machine right there that allows you to start and queue up music so that you can play with each other. There's an NPC over there with looking a little butchy that she'll sell alcohol and that sort of thing for consumption. You can actually even just sit down at these chairs and there's a menu on the table. Wherever there's a menu, you can order food and eat there with a fork and knife. You can order a steak or something like that. Just for role-playing while you're sitting here listening to people and watch them make fools of themselves, as I'm sure most people will.
Oh yeah, I'm ready, man.
I can't wait to see that. It's going to be hilarious. But all these TVs that you see up are actually dynamic. So when somebody's playing something, you'll see the lyrics bouncing across on those screens. I wish I could show this to you right now, but we're actually going to have a stream mode in our game that will allow Twitch streamers or YouTube people to hide that sort of thing. So even if you walk in here while somebody's doing karaoke, you won't hear the sound.
It's a good idea.
Safety. Yeah, it's needed when we have a lot of licensed content like that. And here is the actual exterior of the town square. Speed up a bit.
Finally.
Yeah, here's your first look at the whole thing here.
So,
We'll take
I
a
know,
little
like,
quick run around.
yeah, would we be able to get screenshots of this?
Oh yeah, sure. I'll take some high-res screenshots. We can share them.
Yes. I'm sure
I,
social media would love it.
I did get to see the other night, didn't I, when I was on with you, the actual karaoke function, and it was amazing.
Yes, it's hilarious. It's gonna be.
I had to call my wife. I was like, "Come and look at this. This is incredible."
So you see these traffic lights, they're all functional, even the crosswalks. And just note when the vehicles are in and you're playing Identity, these really matter, because if you run a red light in Identity, you will be flagged with a crime, and if a police officer pulls you over, you can be charged. If you can't pay your ticket, you might go to jail. So
Sick.
yeah, we actually enforce that. Even reckless driving charges could be made if you're not driving in the proper lanes and that sort of thing. So we monitor all of that. Crosswalks here to for us to monitor if people are in the right place. So, you know, if you're crossing the street and you get hit by a car, whose fault is it? Well, stick in your crosswalks. That's the art gallery right there. And the top floor of that building's a library. So you can write books, put them in the library, other people can read them. There's tons of public domain books in there, like really good novels. And you can just read them in the game. The bottom floor is all art that people have made and submitted through the painting system in their house.
Yeah.
And
I believe you're right beside the construction part that you threw in one of the devlogs a few months ago, actually.
yeah, there's a screenshot of this part right
It's
here.
nice.
At one point.
Yeah.
And yeah, you'll notice the streets, all streets are named, all buildings have addresses. So when you buy a house out in the world, that address actually applies. People can find it just by knowing where the street is and that sort of thing. Or if they have a GPS, that works too. But it's just kind of a cool little interaction there. Come up this way, show you a little bit more. Let's see here. So we have this coffee shop will be opening fairly soon. The interior is already being made. That's not part of what goes live initially. And this is here another indicator of the level of interactivity that we want throughout the game. So here, I'll just pop up here and show you what I mean.
Sure.
So we can use these game boards, and these game boards can be made into any game. These ones are set to chess, but we actually have checker pieces and stuff, so we can basically, in a few minutes, we can pump out games. We can make board games and everything, and they're fully multiplayer. The cool thing is these boards, you can actually take them and put them in your house too. So you can buy chess boards or checkers boards or whatever game that we happen to have and stick in your house, and your friends that visit your house can play with you.
Nice.
So yep. And anyone that's looking at this board would actually see these pieces moving around. It's all just free and open to the players. Yeah, just like that.
Oh, sliding animations, good stuff.
You see though, when
Yeah.
you look at the board, it's literally moving the pieces on the board. It's all
Even
live.
the people that are walking by, not just the people playing, they can see the pieces moving, and
Yep.
they can actually watch the game from distance.
Yep, that's right. There's a little fruit vendor area. That's basically the market where you can buy and sell food when you not tons of reason to do it in town square other than just cosmetic purpose, but in the real game, that's where you're going to sell fruit that you pick and vegetables that you farm. That kind of thing can be sold there. The police station here, you'll be able to go in there and you'll be able to get information in town square on becoming a police officer, the roles of the police, joining SWAT, become a detective, you know, all that kind of information will be in there from a guy behind the counter. You can't be a cop in the town square, you have to wait for the full game. But yeah, that's going to be a really cool place. And we're also going to open in town square, the basement of this thing is going to be a shooting range. So even in town square, you're going to be able to get a gun. Yeah, that's going to be fun. Go down there and shoot it up and practice with the weapon system.
Awesome.
This is a big area, but I'll see in the back. There's I'll just run up there. Whatever. So up here, you'll see there's the tattoo parlor. And it's hard to see. The light's kind of in the wrong spot right now, the sun, so it's still tough to get a good look in there, but really cool. That's going to be closed at first, but we're going to be opening it up so that you can get tattoos really soon after the release. In fact, it's mostly done already. So, and the tattoos, like we were talking about before, a lot of the tattoos are going to be restricted, so you have to do certain things to unlock tattoos, and that goes beyond tattoos as well, but tattoos are a big part of that. So for example, you know, in prison, this is the obvious example I always give, that in prison you can do certain things, like a little mission to like shank somebody or something could unlock a tattoo, like a spider web on your elbow, you know, that kind of stuff.
Nice.
Yeah. The DMV here is the building where you get all your licenses and do official things like, you know, I hear, oh, hello.
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 I
What's
didn't
up?
even notice that you're in here.
Oh.
This building.
That scared me, Motown. What the heck?
This is City Hall. So City Hall is going to mostly be used for the courtroom inside it. That's definitely going to be the bulk of things. Like I said, the clock, like the one in the hotel lobby, all these clocks are actually functioning, and that shows it in game time. So right now it's like almost quarter after noon, I guess. If you look up at the sun, I guess it's behind a building or something right now, but yeah, it's all real live time and weather. Actually, nighttime looks fantastic. This bank is actually going to be featured in the second module coming up, already in production, the SWAT module. So it's going to be your first grab at the weapon systems that are in Identity and the combat. And it's going to be very realistic, so far more realistic than games are used to. If you've played games like Siege, think even more realistic. It's more akin to like the old Sierra SWAT games actually than anything else. So
Cool.
that'll give you your first bit. And the reason I'm pointing it out now is this building is actually part of one of those scenarios, one of the SWAT encounters.
Awesome.
In the back here, this little back alley, it's just a back alley, but we're going to be that's one of the hot spots that you can go do some graffiti. So you're going to be able to go there and you're going to be able to spray the wall, do some art, and other people will be able to see it too.
Yeah, I don't think we confirmed that yet, so nice surprise.
Yeah. Notice the sign there, playing now, Gulliver's Travels. So if you go into cinema, you get a ticket, you go in, you can actually watch Gulliver's Travels. And the movie.
Is that the Jack Black one?
No, that one's not public domain.
Jack
so
Black
no way.
is too recent.
Well, I was going to say, because if it is, then that'd be amazing, because obviously there's so many good films you can put on there.
Yeah, so you'll just go in here and you'll be able to buy your tickets in there and watch any movies. Over here we have a couple shops. Ride is a bicycle store.
Yeah.
Yeah, and U-Style
You'll get
is a
to
clothing
see
store.
all of Mark's awesome graphics out front.
Yep, yes you will. Oh, there's another thing too. So this little thing here won't be here on release. It's not going to be that easy to get that, but right now I can just pick up the marijuana, show you guys an interaction system.
Oh,
Yeah, so let me just...
get marijuana, press E. I like that.
Yeah. So you're going to be able to use that marijuana, and
Oh, inventory.
it's really, yeah, it's weird to me because everything you're saying is like delayed to what I'm actually doing.
Yeah, sorry.
But yeah, so when you use the marijuana, it will actually, have effects. All drugs do, all substances do. When you're drunk, you're going to have a hard time walking. You're definitely not going to want to drive. And this here, I'll just back up a bit, even though we're still propping this a bit. I thought this little dress is a little funny one. The funny thing about that is it won't look that way for necessarily everybody who looks at it. And
Oh, that one.
yeah, that one.
The meme.
It's
Yeah.
that dress.
But it's kind of funny because it's just sort of a special little thing we put in there, and it literally does look different depending on, just random chance, I guess. And yeah, there's a lot of other things in here too. This is just, a first little glance, so you can run around, you can check out the environment a little bit, you can kind of see how it goes, get like a look at how the characters move, and we're going to be, I guess, soon we'll start doing some more of these sorts of streams and some videos, and we'll show you how the interiors all function, that sort of thing. It's a pretty well
Awesome.
found. Yeah.
Yeah, the environment, like it's really.
And it's incredibly interactive too. Like that's one of the coolest parts about it. It's just how much you can do.
There's the fountain.
Yeah, I've long past that fountain on mine. Let's see here. The I'll show you one other thing here.
Sure.
This is another example of just how interactive the world is that you can actually take these newspapers and read them. So if you interact with this thing, you actually get a newspaper in your inventory. And what's really cool about these newspapers is they actually have volumes. So the content of a newspaper is different for each one, and by that I mean the content is based on the community of that server,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
it will actually be dynamic, and you can really read these newspapers. And this is all functional and implemented. And there's volumes too. So if you get a newspaper and you hold on to it for a while, more things will happen. New volumes will come out, but your old ones still work, and you can collect your newspaper and going back years and years potentially. And so yeah, that is I guess a decent little just tour around. We're super
Yeah.
late here, so I got to get going because I think we started this almost an hour late.
It's all good, man. Like, I think the people that stuck around are very happy with what they've seen. It's crazy to finally be able to show off this environment because, as I mentioned earlier, the screenshots we have of Town Square date back so long ago.
They do, and it looks far better. Actually, it looks even better at nighttime. So next time we show it, we'll show it at nighttime because then all these lamps turn on. It just looks really cool. The lighting's incredible all over the place. We've done some cool things with lighting, allowing us to push lighting way far beyond what an open world game like this normally can. We use some new technologies, and it just looks incredible. So you'll see that pretty soon. We'll show this off quite soon now that we're here.
Excellent.
And yeah, so we'll show off some of the cool features you can do next time too. Fun little games and everything. So yeah, and I guess that's about it given time. So
Yeah, we are super late, but we wanted to make sure that we did get to show you guys some stuff. Really incredible finally seeing this environment. Just like it's almost, it must feel like a weight has been lifted off your guys' shoulders a bit because this has been behind the veil for so long, and finally we get to actually walk around it, you know?
oh, it is for sure. It's really nice to actually be at the point now where people can soon finally get inside and play it, and we can show them really what we've created. I mean, Identity is incredible. Just even in the town square, which is a tiny piece, the level of interaction and everything is amazing. So anyway, I'm really excited for everyone to see what you can do.
Cool.
So I'll just end it here. So I guess given that when I end this, it's going to kill the stream. So
Yeah, have a
everyone
great night, everyone. Thanks for staying later.
Thank you, everybody, for your patience. We really appreciate all of your support. You guys have been an amazing
Incredible.
community. We love you guys, and we can't wait to show you more.
Yep. All right. Have a good night, everyone. And I guess we'll be streaming again in 2 days on Thursday.
Yeah.
All right. So
See ya.
Have